Come on in, pull up a chair, and take a load off because today I'll be unboxing and taking a first look at the Symbaroum Starter Set Treasure Hunts in Davokar from Free League Publishing. This eagerly anticipated role-playing game starter set is hitting stores on February 16th, and we'll take our first peek right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. As I mentioned in the open, we are going to dive on into the Symbaroum Starter Set, which is from Free League Publishing. It is a role-playing game. Symbaroum's been out for a little bit. It is pretty popular. It is a Swedish role-playing game. It's for 2 to 6 players. It's an RPG, so it's for at least 2 players, not necessarily cut off at 6, but it is for ages 14 and up, and of course, playtime will vary. This starter set does carry an MSRP of $39.99. It's going to arrive in stores on February 16th, and I've got it right here. Nice. Very cool. I reviewed the core book for Symbaroum, and I do like this system. It is not super crunchy. It is dark, but it's not what I would consider to be grim dark. It's got a very cool art style to it as well. You know what? I'm going to get the shrink wrap off of this, and we will take a bit of a peek at the back here. I'm not going to read everything on this, but just give you kind of an idea. It says the Ashanti dynasty was as short-lived as it was cruel, known for its insights into the light and the darkness. Key to their power was an artifact known as the Rod of Light and Darkness. Its touch could breathe life into dead things or steal it away from that which lived. And guess what? The Rod's current whereabouts have been revealed to students of the Eternal Night. This opportunity cannot be ignored. Its final resting place is said to be Lafarda's Tower, situated in the area known to treasure hunters as the Blasted Heath, where lightning rains, burns flesh, and shatters dreams. Scary, kids, scary. All right, let's jump on in, see what we've got in this box. I will tell you, the box has some nice heft to it. So we already know there's a couple of 64-page books in here. We got some dice, some maps, some character sheets. So first off, we've got a standard set, relatively standard set of role-playing dice. Show these real quick. This is kind of cool. I like the kind of emerald green to it. So we've got our 20, we've got a 10, we've got a 12, we've got an 8, a 6, and a 4-sided die. We don't have two 10-siders. We don't have percentile dice because I don't recall Symbaroum actually using percentile dice. All right. This does not utilize the year 1 engine from Free League Publishing. So that is something to keep in mind. I'm going to take everything out of here, and we will take a peek. We got a games catalog. Forbidden Lands, very cool game. It's kind of an old school vibed fantasy role-playing game that does utilize the year 1 engine. So let's take a look here. So we've got the first book, shows we've got starter rules. I'm going to page through this rather quickly, and I am going to be leaving my hand over some parts of the pages because, strangely enough, people try to pirate the rules off of these videos. And I don't know why you would want to do something like that, because the print is not super clear in these videos for a reason. Like I said, very cool art style, as you can see right here. This is, gosh, I want to say, I think that's from the cover of the core book. It's from the cover of one of the these supplements. There are a few supplements as well for Symbaroum. This is a pretty popular Swedish role-playing game. And as you can see, we'll see some of the artwork here. And so I will point out I have seen some of this artwork previously, which is okay. I mean, this is a starter set. This is to introduce you to the setting. It's got a 64-page adventure in here as well. So we have the player characters. We're going to have some pre-gens. I know that for a fact. But check out that artwork. That is very, very cool. Really do like that quite a lot. So talking about the attributes, the warrior, the hunter, the mystic, the wizard. This is not a high fantasy setting at all. I don't think I would necessarily call it a low magic setting either, but it's not like everybody has access to magic. This is not 5e. So talking about some of the various different backgrounds and skills. So we have races and traits. So we've got goblins, ogres, tradition and powers, combat rules. Combat is not super crunchy, but it is not super abstract either. So I do like the combat system too. Symbaroum, it's not going to completely overwhelm you with options, but it's also not just, a lot of hand waving. Yeah, okay. Just roll a die. Just roll a die. We got some other rules as well. This looks pretty nice. Will tell you that the paper stock is really well presented here. It's got a bit of a gloss to it as well. As you can see, it's picking up some glare from the lighting. It's going through some of the different weapons, talking about the different weapons have different traits to them as well. Talking about pre-made characters. So it's giving us some background about the pre-gens that we're going to run across here. Talking about the character sheet. All right, and that was 64 pages to the starter rules. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at our pre-gens, because then we've got some maps. I think we have 2 double-sided maps. So this is kind of giving you an idea of the pre-generated characters here. Do you have artwork? No, we do not. Don't have any artwork for the characters. A little surprised. So it's giving you a breakdown of the attributes. They're pretty similar to your traditional 6. So here we've got accurate, cunning, discreet, persuasive, quick, resolute, strong, and vigilant. Cool. Showing the pain threshold. So this looks like a fighter type. They're a knight. So here's a witch hunter. So they're not as combat heavy. We've got a goblin who's a treasure hunter. We have a human Therig. I want to say those are like healers, if I remember correctly. Got an ogre wizard. That's pretty wild. And then we have a mystical being who's a bodyguard. So these are our pre-gens. Like I said, a little surprised we don't have artwork on the character sheets, because we tend to see that quite a bit. But it did look like, let's jump back here real quick. It did sort of look like we have an option to actually create the characters, which is not usually the case with starter sets. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Just kind of giving you a breakdown. So I was going to say, if that was the case, then we would have gotten a blank character sheet. But I did not see a blank character sheet. Well, let's take a look at the maps. We're going to look at the adventure last. All right, so this is Thistlehold, which is the location that it's near the mysterious forest that a lot of your adventures are going to take place in. There we go. Got a map of Davokar, Ambria, and Davokar. Cool map. I like that. Nice. So that is the forest here. This is the mysterious forest that a lot of your adventures will probably take place in. This looks like, is this kind of it's like a battle map? Kind of looks like it. So it looks like that's what it is. And then we get a map of the tower. Kind of a cutaway drawing of that tower. It's kind of cool. All right. So speaking of the tower, let's jump on into the adventure book. So this is talking about the setting and the adventures. Of course, this is for the Game Master. This is Game Master facing, whereas the other book could be utilized by players and Game Masters. Another cover of another one of the Symbaroum supplements. So we get an introduction talking about being the Game Master. Then we have Thistlehold. It's the heart of the Symbaroum setting. And of course, there's much more detail in the core book. This is talking about the city itself. Expeditions into Davokar. That is the mysterious forest area. There we go. Then we got a hex map here of it. Talking about treasure, monsters, and adversaries. Scatty kids, scatty. Cultural beings. Talking about elves and trying to remember. If I remember correctly, I don't think there are dwarves. There were dwarves, but you don't see the dwarves. Undead, where darkness dwells. I believe I'm going to see more of the Symbaroum releases from Free League Publishing. Some of the additional supplements. There are actually a good number of adventure packs that are available as well. Talking about some non-player characters. Here we go. The Gathering Storm. Adventure location. Here's that tower. So are we going to get an image of that that rod? The rod of light and darkness. So here's the NPCs for the adventure. The Thing. It's clobbering time. I know. Throwing a little Marvel reference in there. Wow, we didn't see the rod. But I got to admit, this is supposed to be a beginning adventure, and that rod would seem pretty damn powerful for beginning adventurers to be getting their whole hands on, I should say. Cool. So that is the 64-page setting and adventures book. So all in all, we've got the pre-generated characters. We have the 2 double-sided maps. We've got the settings and adventures book. We have the starter rules book. Our dice, those are actually, I like the color of these dice. I really do. Probably not picking up the pop like they have on camera as they do just looking right at them. But those are nice. I like those. And that is what we find when we take everything from the Symbaroum Starter Set, Treasure Hunts in Davokar, outside the box. Swing on over to the other camera because I am looking forward to digging into this and giving it a peek. Gotta say, the Free League Publishing starter sets outside of the Tales from the Loop starter set, which I know a lot of people have picked up. They've enjoyed it. I just thought it was a little pricey for what you got. Outside of that, the other starter sets that Free League's come out with have been awesome. They have been excellent. I know they've got right now, I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but right now they do have their Kickstarter running for the One Ring 2nd edition. So Middle-earth role-playing for you right there. And there will be another starter set with that. And, of course, the Alien role-playing game starter set was excellent. So I think Free League learned a lesson. So they are packing these starter sets with lots of goodies. Of course, I will have a review of the Symbaroum Starter Set in the very near future. This is hitting stores on February 16th. It does carry an MSRP of $39.99. All right, that's it for this time out. If you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already, and if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when I upload videos such as this first look, it'll also let you know when my live stream, the Gaming Gang Dispatch, airs Monday through Thursday nights right here on YouTube as I bring you the latest in tabletop gaming news. Of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit my home website, thegaminggang.com, for all latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. I'll be back next time, and as I wrap up all of my videos during this never-ending pandemic, I certainly do hope all of you out there are being smart and staying safe. Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, if you haven't subscribed to the Gaming Gang channel yet, click right here. If you'd like to see the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch, click right up there. And if you want to trust YouTube's algorithm to give you something to watch, click right there. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and everybody please wear a mask.